Alright, hey guys, remember CCG back in the video. With this video, we're going over some Yubel combos. This is post-terminal revenge, so we're going to get started here with one copy of Samsara the Lotus. And we're going to be normal summoning Samsara the Lotus here. Activate its effect to get ourselves the Spirit of Yubel, then use Spirit of Yubel in order to get ourselves the Nightmare Pain. Activate the Nightmare Pain, pop our Spirit of Yubel, use the effect to get the Grave Squirmer. Then we can use Spirit of Yubel, go into our Yubel. Use the Grave Squirmer's effect to get it out, then pop out our Yubel. Since we're really limited on our resources here, you can definitely utilize our Grave Squirmer to it's a pop effect. Then we can use Terra Incarnate, and now we can go into Cross Sheep. And this is what I was talking about in the deck profile video, where you can just utilize cards in your grave by using the Fusion monster, which is pretty insane, but it also gives you a great way of utilizing Cross Sheep. Then we can go into the Samsara Lotus, link away into the Unchained Soul King Yama. This is going to give us a way to get our Sharvara. Then we can use the Grave Squirmer in order to summon out a monster for the grave. Again, just these cards have crazy effects that you can just utilize multiple times. Then we can use Sharvara's effect to pop our Spirit. Then use Spirit of Yubel. Activate its effect here to get Yubel. Go into the Unchained Soul of Rage. And then here again, we're going to be able to go into the Phantom of Yubel, since you can go into this multiple times per turn. And then from here, you can go into Unchained Abomination in case you want to go and use the Escape of the Unchained, pop some things, and then get some multiple pops using Abomination. You can definitely choose to go into Appaloosa instead and get a couple negates out of it. But besides that, we do have the Phantom Yubel that's you're able to change a monster effect into essentially a negate or just a pop effect. And then use the Unchained Soul of Rage to use your opponent's stuff. We have the Escape of the Unchained as well, as we're able to just pop in Unchained monster you control and a card in the field. And of course, we do have the King Yama in the grave, as we're able to utilize that later on. And Nightmare Pain as a way of having control of over the battle phase. But let's go to the next combo. In terms of essential combos, this is the second one here is definitely an essential one for you to know, and it's just a one-carded combo using Nightmare Throne. So we're going to be activating our Nightmare Throne, use the effect here in order to have the Regenerating Lotus. Use it to get the Spirit of Yubel. Similar line as we did before. Use the effect to get the Nightmare Pain, activate Nightmare Pain, pop the Spirit of Yubel. And then here we can really utilize the Nightmare Throne's effect. Nightmare Throne here and Spirit of Yubel will get us the Yubel and also get us the Incarnate. Then we can go into the King Yama, use the effect to get the Sharvara. Then we can use the Grave Squirmer to get it out. We're not going to be using Grave Squirmer's effect, as we do want to have the other card on the field, as we can go into the Cross Sheep. Then we can put back our Incarnate and Yubel back into the deck, and then from there we can Fusion Summon. And of course use Cross Sheep's effect in order to get our Samsara the Lotus. Then use Sharvara's effect to get it out by popping the Spirit of Yubel. And then here we can actually use King Yama's effect as well as the Spirit of Yubel to get ourselves the Spirit of Yubel using King Yama, and then the Yubel using the Spirit of Yubel. Then we can go into Unchained Soul of Rage. Use Sharvara's effect here as it left the field in order to go into the Escape of the Unchained. And then we can exceed into the final bringer of the end times. So here we have a pretty powerful board, as we have Unchained Soul of Rage that we can use to take our opponent's stuff, go into the SP Lornite, another form of interaction there as well. Not only that, but we can go into the final bringer of the end times. When your opponent activates a card or effect, you can attach a material from this card, negate the activation, and not only that, but if this card attacks while it has a material, you can destroy one card on the field, and if this Exceed Summon card is destroyed, you can destroy a card on the field. So it's very problematic for your opponent to deal with this. And then we have Phantom of Yubel, as if your opponent attempts to use a monster effect that you don't like, then you can go into your deck, pop a Yubel, and definitely it's going to be very disruptive and just benefit you. Then we have Nightmare Pain here, as we're able to control the battle phase, like I said in the previous combo, and then the Escape of the Unchained in case we do want to utilize, we want to pop some things. But now we're going to go to the final combo that I have for you guys. Okay guys, so the final combo that I have for you is using the Dark Beckoning Beast and the Nightmare Throne. So we're going to be normal summoning the Dark Beckoning Beast, activate its effect in order to add ourselves the opening of the Spirit Gates. Then we use Nightmare Throne to add ourselves the Samsara. Get ourselves another copy of the Dark Beckoning Beast, Samsara's effect here in order to go into the Spirit of Yubel. Spirit of Yubel once again just to get ourselves the Nightmare Pain, activate Nightmare Pain's effect here in order to pop the Spirit of Yubel. Get ourselves the Grave Squirmer. Then we use the Throne and the Spirit of Yubel in order to get ourselves the Yubel and the Incarnate. It's just great value that this card is able to provide. And just know that with Nightmare Throne, you're going to be adding the card to your hand first, and then you can choose to cheat it out. Then we can go into the King Yama, activate King Yama's effect here, get ourselves a Sharvara, go into the Cross Sheep, and then Fusion Summon using the Incarnate and Yubel to go into the Phantom of Yubel. Then Cross Sheep's effect here, get ourselves the Samsara. Go into the Spirit of Yubel, use the Grave Squirmer and get it out. Then we can go into Appaloosa here, set it up with a good amount of materials. Pop our Spirit of Yubel to get our Sharvara. Activate both of our cards here in order to get the Spirit of Yubel and another copy of Yubel. Then we can go into the Unchained Soul of Rage, use Sharvara's effect in order to get ourselves the trap, and then use the Grave Squirmer in order to go into the Spirit of Yubel and exceed once again. So here we have a pretty powerful end board for the deck, as we do have a 3 negate Appaloosa. We have our Unchained Soul of Rage that we're going to utilize to take our opponent's stuff, go into the SP Little Knight if we'd like. And then we also have the Final Bringer of the End Times that we can use when your opponent activates a card effect. Just negate the activation. Very powerful effect. And of course being able to pop a card in the field afterwards, and if this card is destroyed, then being able to pop another card. Just insane value this card provides. Phantom of Yubel, just a way of a monster effect replacement. Nightmare Pain controlling the battle phase, and then we have the Escape of the Unchained in case we need that necessary pop. Just a really powerful end board for the deck. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and consider supporting the channel if you'd like in the description down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.